Greeting YouTubers. I've had several people that I know ask me about the book covers I decided to use that's for my autobiography. They asked, I was asked, what did the book covers represent, or did they represent anything? And I'm here to tell y'all that's listening out in the YouTube world or any other part of the world. Yes, my book cover for my autobiography titled Product of the Game Permanent Stain does have a lot of significant meaning for me in my life. In order for me to explain in more details the statement I just made, um, I was I had an opportunity from the summer of 1973 to the summer of 1979 to live inside the Mobile, Alabama, Orange Grove Housing Projects community, now which was located in the city of Mobile, the state of Alabama. For those that didn't know that Alabama had projects, I'm here to tell you, Alabama had projects, just like any other major city. Mobile is a major city. It might not be as large as other cities in the United States, but it's still considered a major city that sits on the Gulf. You got Mobile Bay surrounding areas of the city of Mobile, like the Orange Grove, the campground, down the bay, Shantyville. Those communities was very close to Mobile Bay, right? I'm talking about downtown Mobile has downtown Mobile Bay running, I would say, behind the city. Now, for the Orange Grove Housing Projects community, they was built in 1959, and for what I was told, it started off as a housing project for senior citizens, and somewhere down the line it changed. I don't know why or when it changed, but it did. I know it changed before my family and I moved in the Orange Grove Housing Projects community, which was in '73. So it already had to change. So sometime between the building of the first Orange Grove Housing Projects community that they called the original Orange Grove. The reason why they called it the original Orange Grove, because Mobile Housing Authority, after the Orange Grove was built, they was able to build 3 more housing projects on the same large piece of land that the Orange Grove Housing Project was built on. It was like the Orange Grove himself was a mother, and the mother gave birth to 3 kids. After the mother gave birth, I'm using just a scenario or an example to try to explain in more detail. After the mother started having children, the first child she named A.F. Owens. Now, A.F. Owens had own projects on the, like I said, sharing the same land. A.F. Owens had an elementary school. A.F. Owens had a Head Start program for getting kids ready for the first grade, right? After the A.F. Owens was built, then the next birth that the Orange Grove mother gave was named the Albert Owens. Now, my family and I lived inside the Albert Owens housing projects, right? And the third and last birth that the mother, which was, like I said, the Orange Grove housing projects, the original. That's why you hear a lot of people say original Orange Grove. They meaning the first Orange Grove housing project that was built on a large piece of land before the other three was added to it, right? They use original to try to separate the first set built in 1959 from the other housing projects that was built on the same piece of land. Okay, the last birth that the mother, the Orange Grove, had, it was named Jesse Thomas Housing Projects. Okay, for as my autobiography book covers, I chose buildings and units that was inside the Orange Grove Housing Projects community. Everything I used was a part of the A.F. Owens, the Albert Owens, and the original Orange Grove, which was started off of Joachim Street. So to elaborate more on the actual design, I'm a product of the game, right? When I say product of the game, I'm a product of criminal street-like activities. I got caught up in performing street-like activities in 1976. Before 1976, I was doing some minor criminal activities, but I stepped up. You know, the guys that knew me used to call me Moondog, the part-time thug. They called me the part-time thug because I worked a 9-to-5 job 6 days a week. I went to school when school term was in. I went to church, and I found time to hit licks. You know, in other words, break laws, do capers, anything that has something to do with breaking laws is considered a lick, and I hit licks. So that's what they called me, and I didn't like that name because it was like they was calling me half-ass. To me, to be called a part-time thug was saying I wasn't real, right? I wasn't real enough. So when 1976 came, and they started calling me Moondog, the part-time thug, in 1975. By the time 1976 came, I would say maybe around May, the part-time was dropped, and they just started calling me Moondog. There wasn't no more part-time added to my name because I had to put enough work in the streets. I had to earn my stripes, right? And I was well respected by those that committed street life crimes, right? Okay, back to the book cover. It has the first volume 1, A Product of the Game, Permanent Stain, has me, which is actually a real picture of me. Now, that bedroom that I'm looking out of, Wendell, I didn't actually have that bedroom. That was my oldest brother's bedroom, right? But it was hard for the person that did the artwork, the clip artwork, to place me in the window of my actual bedroom. So I had to settle for him placing me in the bedroom that my brother occupied. Okay, my oldest brother and my bedroom was on the back, facing and where we was able to look down at the playground and the full court basketball court, right? Many times I was waking up by the sound of dribble or the basketballs. I'm talking about early in the mornings, even early Sunday morning. The basketball court got plenty of activity. So it shows me looking down at the basketball court. Now, the basketball court represent the game, right? Because it's where we played basketball. People that lived in the community, it was even people coming out of coming into the Orange Grove Housing Projects community over in the Albert Owens, where that particular basketball court was to play basketball, right? So you got me looking out my bedroom window, looking down at the basketball court. Now the basketball court represents the game. Okay, the game that I played was the game of life, the game of street life activity. So when you see that person looking out that bedroom window and he's looking down on the court, he's not seeing a basketball court even though he's looking at the basketball court. He visualizing life and life game. Okay, the red dots that's all over volume 1 and volume 2 and volume 3 of Product of the Game, Permanent Stain, volume 1, 2, and 3, like I said, which is my autobiography. The red spots over the book represent stains. So basically what I'm saying is the former street light activities I was involved in not just gave me a felony charge, it permanently stained my brain. The street light activities, I would never be the same after getting involved with the street light activities, because my involvement with the street light activities took me off the street of Mobile from 1996 and to the end of 1978. So basically, I was 15 years old and I got tried as an adult at 16. You know, sometimes when people ask me, where did I grow up at? I don't know how to answer that question. I don't know if I want to answer it according to what city and state that I was born in and grew up in, or do I want to answer it according to what event happened in my life that changed me to the point to where I felt like an adult. So that is a question that I had to think twice about answering, because you got a guy that got arrested at the age of 15 and got tried as an adult, just like numerous guys that I knew inside the Orange Grove Housing Projects and others I met while being in the Mobile County Youth Center. You know, at 16, they got tried as adults just like I did. They got sent down to the Mobile County Jail. They were stuck in a populated cell with inmates old enough to be their uncles, their big brothers, and some cases their father and their grandfathers. So my situation wasn't any different than others before me and after me for us getting tried as an adult, you know, but I feel like my personal experience with that whole situation made it different for me, right? So that's how I come up with the concept. I came up with the concept of using that basketball court. The Orange Grove Housing Project community has started being demolished sometime in the mid 2000s. I say between 2005 2010. I'm not sure because I wasn't living in the state of Alabama at the time. I received some phone calls from classmates and relatives telling me, hey man, you know they tearing down your own stomping grounds. And I'm like, what stomping ground? They say the Orange Grove. So one of my classmates, when he told me this, I said, man, can you do me a favor? He said, what's that? I said, I'll give you some gas for your time. Can you go ride over to the Orange Grove and take some pictures for me? And I'm going to tell you what I want you to take pictures of. And he told me, Eddie, I have no problem doing that. You know, I go over there and take the pictures. I said, no, man, let me send you some money for gas. He said, no, I got you. What you want? And I told him about the building and unit my family lived in. I told him about the Leslie Busley Recreation Center. I wanted to make sure he got the bridge that's taking you from one side of the projects over to the other side of the projects. And I had him go over to the original part of the orange grove and take pictures of those units there. And I used those units for my book cover, still before I came up with the idea on the title of my autobiography and how I wanted the layout. I had the pictures and I had to come up with a concept. The concept was easy because I know where I've been, right? But to try to put it into a form where it expressed itself, even if I had to explain to someone about what it represents, the actual book covers themselves, they could still see the picture. I didn't want to use anything that I couldn't explain and a person couldn't close their eyes and have me explain it to them and not feel what I'm saying, even though they might not approve what I'm saying, what I've done, but I still want them to visualize where the concept come from. So that's where the title for my autobiography, product of the game, permanent stain arrived from. This is E.J. Eddie Johnson signing off. Peace.